An agent cautiously pushed open the door to find his colleague critically wounded and barely clinging to life. The hard drive containing the NATO agent roster had been stolen. Its disclosure would have unimaginable consequences. Bond immediately gave chase. Just then, another agent, Eve, arrived in a pickup truck, and they swiftly pursued the vehicle ahead. As they drew level, Bond seized his chance, yanking the wheel hard and ramming the black car, sending it tumbling over. The mercenary assassin, Patrice, emerged and fired multiple shots at Bond, who returned fire instantly. The exchange was fierce and evenly matched. Soon, Bond's pistol was empty. Seizing the moment while Bond reloaded, Patrice hijacked a police motorcycle and sped away. Spotting this, Bond sprinted toward the nearest motorcycle, jumped on without hesitation, and gave chase. They raced up staircases, chasing each other across Istanbul's rooftops, leaping from one roof to another before plunging into a narrow market. Outside, Eve refused to abandon the pursuit. She drove her SUV recklessly through the streets, finding the fastest route. Together with Bond, they cornered Patrice on a bridge. Seeing this, Patrice abandoned his vehicle, took a running jump off the bridge, and landed on the roof of a passing train. Bond wasn't about to let him get away. He accelerated on his motorcycle, crashed through the guardrail, let go, and successfully climbed onto the train roof. The two clashed again across the excavator, but Bond soon ran out of ammunition. Assessing his surroundings, he climbed into the adjacent excavator cab and pivoted its direction. Patrice, having reloaded, unleashed sustained fire at Bond. A stray bullet struck Bond's shoulder, yet he pressed on. The excavator crushed cars in its path as it advanced. The assassin realized his bullets were being deflected by the excavator's massive bucket. He swiftly aimed at the chains connecting the train cars below, but it was too late. Bond had already grabbed onto the front train car, scrambled out of the cab, and entered the leading carriage. Just then, the train plunged into a tunnel, darkness instantly swallowing everything. When light filtered back into the car, Bond suddenly appeared behind Patrice. The two immediately grappled, the dull thuds of their fists connecting, echoing incessantly. Bond reached for the hard drive around Patrice's neck, but another tunnel approached. Their struggle continued in the darkness, neither gaining a decisive advantage. Outside, Eve saw the train had no way forward. She stopped to steady her sniper rifle, but when the train emerged, Bond and Patrice were still locked in a struggle, preventing her from getting a clear shot at the assassin. With another tunnel looming and no subsequent opportunity for a shot, M, who had been directing operations online, decisively ordered Eve to fire now. Yet Eve hesitated. Bond and Parister remained locked in a tight embrace. M urged her relentlessly to fire. Finally, as the train neared the tunnel entrance, Eve's hand trembled as she pulled the trigger, sending the bullet flying. In the end, Eve missed. She struck Bond, sending him tumbling down, while the assassin escaped successfully with the hard drive.